It was Halloween night, and my flight had been delayed for hours. The delay was so long that most passengers were rebooked onto other flights, leaving only a handful of us behind, those unlucky enough not to get a seat elsewhere or unable to afford a hotel. Honestly, I didn't mind. Having fewer people in the cabin felt like a luxury you usually only get in first class. When boarding finally began, I enjoyed having the freedom to choose any seat I wanted. While most passengers gathered in the back of the plane, I chose a quiet window seat in the front. There were only a few people there, sitting close together as if they already knew each other. The flight was meant to be in the daytime, but because of the massive delay, it had turned into an overnight journey. I missed the beautiful daytime view from the window, so I turned my attention to the inside of the cabin. Airplanes always seem bigger on the inside, yet strangely claustrophobic. I could already feel that familiar discomfort creeping in, the kind that makes you desperately need a distraction. Just as I reached for my phone, a flight attendant approached me with an odd request. "Would you mind sitting with the passengers at the back?" Confused but not wanting to make things difficult, I agreed. I didn't think much of it at the time, though I later regretted not asking why. The moment I settled into my new seat, an eerie silence spread across the cabin. Conversations faded into whispers of shock and disbelief. It was then that I sensed a strange heaviness in the air, a cold, overwhelming sadness, like the kind that makes you feel you may never be happy again. And then I saw it. Body. A dead passenger, quietly seated near the back of the cabin. I stared in disbelief. The idea of spending the entire flight trapped in a metal tube with a corpse was horrifying. I knew the crew probably had procedures for such situations, but that didn't make it any easier to process. Feeling sick, I excused myself and headed to the restroom. I spent a few minutes taking deep breaths, trying to calm down. Eventually, I convinced myself to get through the rest of the flight. Just as I reached for the door to leave, a loud bang slammed into the restroom door, shaking it violently. My breathing quickened, then silence. Strangely, I felt less safe inside the locked restroom than outside. After a few tense minutes, I slowly opened the door. No one was there. As I cautiously stepped out, the same flight attendant from earlier appeared suddenly, pushing a service trolley so close that she nearly hit me. She looked as if she had just finished serving drinks, but there was something different about her. Her expression was blank, almost hollow, and the way she stared at me, cold, unblinking, felt wrong. I quickly looked away. She continued down the aisle as if nothing had happened. Not a word, not a reaction. And strangely, none of the other passengers seemed to have heard the banging at all. Trying to shake off the unease, I returned to my seat. For a moment, I had completely forgotten about the dead body behind me. Somehow, I had walked right past it without noticing. Maybe I was too distracted. Or maybe my mind refused to acknowledge it. I tried convincing myself that the banging had just been a prank. After all, it was Halloween. At least I had a creepy story to tell my nephews. Even if I couldn't reveal the whole truth,